All right, and let me go back to my Facebook page. This is so different, sis, when I was carrying all that camera equipment. This is like, it's easier, but it's a lot.
Mm.
I mean, it's still steps.
Little technical, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's better than carrying all that stuff like I
Oh
used
yeah,
to.
for sure, for sure.
All right, you guys. We have, oh, okay, Max 17. Okay, you already on. Okay, cool.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
bro,
That's my folks right there. What's up, Mac? My
man,
brother from another mother. You feel me?
I gotta get, you know what? I gotta get him back on too.
Yeah, that man has a beautiful story to tell.
Yeah.
Super intelligent,
He
dope with the rhymes.
he said,
Uh,
hey, 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 hey. I love Max 17. I just love him to death.
man,
All
that's
right.
my family, man.
Yes. You guys, I got money T car, whatever y'all want to call her. You
What's
know,
up? What's up?
man, how many years? Like over
Woo.
20, right?
You about to have me show my age. You know, the face look babyish, but I'm OLD if I'm being honest. Just had a born day too on the 7th.
Yes, happy birthday, Virgo, like my son. Now, I
Yeah.
can't say the name of the place he went to, but he went by himself to some by the Caribbean, Caracal.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on
Okay.
jet ski, living it up and stuff. So y'all Virgos, man, you
Well,
know,
go on. I say, I'm Jamaican, so hence the hat. You know, wagwan. So I know he's having a good time in the Caribbean. But yes, Virgos are the best people on the planet. Hot damn it.
yes, y'all hard workers too. He actually is back. He left on the 30, got back on, I think he left on the 7th, but he's back home. He's back home.
All right.
But he's
All
like
right.
I said, you guys Virgos, y'all work hard because you remember him when he was little. He owns two barbershops in the Bay now.
Man, Virgos are perfectionists, man. It's a gift
Oh,
and a
oh.
fault. You know, it's a gift and a fault. But
Mm,
we grind like no other. So anybody that has a Virgo in their life, they know what I'm talking about.
yes, 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 man. So yes, it's probably been 20 years since we met, right? Or
Yes, it's probably 20 and some change.
I know, man, family, family, family.
Yes.
Oh, happy birthday to your daughter, Max 17. She's a Virgo. Okay,
Mm.
okay.
Happy birthday, little mama, or I don't know if she's older. So happy birthday, princess, little mama, young lady. Happy birthday, my
Yes, yes,
fellow Virgo.
yes. Happy birthday to all the Virgos and stuff. I hope you got her something really, really nice. I'm not sure, like I said, not sure how old she is, but you know, us no matter what age we are, we always like stuff nice.
You
So
know it. I love a gift. You know,
right, right.
it don't matter what it is. It could even be love, but I love it. I love a gift. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so like we would say, it's 19. Okay, she 19. Oh, all right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
she
you got
wants
that.
expensive stuff.
You got that thing ready. I hope because you got a 19-year-old little, 19-year-old young lady. Woo.
Right, right, right. But I'm so glad I'm over that. Done, gone. Right. So, all right. So I've been blessed, you guys, like me and Money T were just talking, to have known her and been actually friends. Even though we don't speak all the time, when we see
Yeah.
each other, it's always love, man.
It's all love.
You
It's all
know,
love.
um,
Family.
from the gate, I remember going to your house, interviewing, and it's just
Yeah.
thank you. And thank you for, coming on. I've been, yes, I had to get you. I had to get you. I can't, I tell people, I want to interview, the new artists and stuff, but I want people to know where the history comes. A lot of us OGs, you know what I mean? We're still doing it, and we got history, and we got a lot of stories and experience and stuff. And I want really people to know how it started. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know, even though I started in 1993, so I go way, way, way back and stuff. But Sacramento has a lot of history and stuff, and I really want people to get to know the history and the people who was part of that history and that's still doing it. So, all right. So let me what is your okay, so you go by Money T, but your name is you on Facebook T Car, right?
Yeah, T-Car. My government name is Tanganyika.
Okay,
So
Tangerine.
hence the T-Car, you feel me?
Yes.
keep it light. I'm actually named after a lake in Tanzania, Africa. My sister's name is Tanzania.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, but
Wow.
my father's Jamaican, but we just, my mom was really into like the Swahili names and
Mm.
staying in touch with the ancestors. She was a Black Panther, so she was really fluid in making sure we knew our heritage and making sure that our namesakes spoke that.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, but I go by the name of Money T the Truth. You
Yes,
know,
money
when it
T the
comes
truth. I gotta
when
put
it
that.
comes to
Yeah.
music and
Yeah.
singing, I'm a producer too. So when it's on the production scene, it's Money T Beats.
Okay. So what was T like in elementary?
Man, you know what? I've always been a musical soul. My mom, she was always. I was raised in Compton, California. Compton, Bellflower.
Oh,
And so, it was always Sundays was, Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker, Luther Vandross, good bucket of soap, bleachy water, we washing walls. That's, that's how I came up. So it was like, it became the music that was our ritual. Like I didn't really mind doing the housework anymore. It was like me bonding with my mom. It was like, she was really into that. Like when we're in the car, it was like music was just prevalent. And so, I I have this love relationship with music. It like, through my emotions, good times, bad times, I can, a certain song will come on and it make me feel away. So I just love music. I think I'm gonna do it to the day I die, regardless
mhm.
of, if there's fruits from it or not.
So were you kind of shy in elementary? I mean, like, were you school smart?
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
a nerd, man. And I think you have to be kind of a nerd to understand algorithms and wave sense and wave lines and beats. I think you have to be kind of a nerd to really understand that, there's a certain decibel that the human ear can hear.
uh,
So I am a nerd. I'm not. I used to think that was a bad thing, but now I think I'm winning with that.
okay. Well, what was T like in junior high and high school?
In junior high, I've always been really popular. I played basketball
Okay.
and I am a people's person. I love on people. You know what I mean? I'm the person that's protecting the ones that have disabilities when I was growing up, and just loving on people. I like to laugh and have fun. I'm that friend that will cry with you. So I just always been pretty popular. So
Oh,
in school, I was popular. I would rather love on you than fight you.
oh,
But growing up in Compton and Bellflower, it was tough in the way of the home front. I'm not going to lie to you. I went to private school.
okay.
Uh, my mom was very adamant about us making it out. So
Mm-hmm.
she put us in a situation to where we could.
Okay. Did you go to college or anything?
Yeah, I went to ASU. Shout out to
Oh, okay.
ASU. Sun
What'd you
Devils.
major in?
I majored in business.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm grateful for that because, although I did go on further and, got my nursing degree, the business is universal and you can translate that especially to music. With that business background, I learned early on that music
Mm,
is business. And when you got to separate that love sometime uh, to thrive. Not even sometimes, you got to separate that love.
yeah.
Because me as a lover of music, I want to do a lot of things
Mhm.
that in business you just simply shouldn't do. They don't make sense.
And I think you're right. It's so important, as artists, you need to learn the business side also, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is so, so important. So what came first? The producing, songwriting, your lyricist and a singer. What came first?
You know what came first is I used to beat on stuff. I'm Jamaican, right? So I got a tune in my head always. So I used to beat on stuff to drive my mama crazy. And early on I was like, man, I want this keyboard. So when I see a movie like Hustle and Flow, that keyboard, the little toy keyboard, for
Uh-huh.
real, I used to beg my mama. It was a keyboard called a Casio DJI, right? I was like, Mom, please, please, you don't understand. Like, I need this keyboard. I really need it. And so, at an early age, she started putting those things in my hand. So I was an honor student. So those A's came with rewards most of the time. And most of the time, I would ask her for things like that. So I was a DJ early on. She bought me my first set of turntables, and those turntables turned into helping us pay for rent, because my mom was, going through school and different things. So those turntables ended up being a gift to our family because I was able to do, out there in Southern California, there's a lot of Hispanic influence. So I was DJing quinceañeras and parties. I love to eat, so that's right up my alley. You fix me a plate, give me a little bit of change, I'm in that thing. We rocking. So
Oh my good.
and it just kind of morphed into poetry. I started writing poetry, but now I understand that it's always been music. I just didn't know it at that time. I called it poetry because that's, in school, and this is young. I'm like 8, you know what I mean? 8, 9,
Mm.
and just writing poetry, and then it started to click. Like, okay, for DJing, you count beats 5, 6, 7, 8, mix 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? And as I started writing lyrics, it's like, okay, 8 bars, you know what I mean? 4 bars, 12 bars,
Goodness.
16 bars.
Uh,
Okay, I get it. This is all intertwined. So I just think that music lives in my soul. I can listen to music and cry. I can listen to music and be happy. I can listen to music and the hairs on my arms will stand up, especially if somebody's just hitting a note and I feel it. So I'm just a musical. Like I just bust out singing sometimes. Like I got the pipes. You feel me? I'm just gonna sing the song, and I'm a snap my finger tight. You know what I mean? So I'll be in the car, people looking at me like, "Oh, she feeling that for real." I just love music.
wow. So what do you I mean, I know you love all of it, but what do you really enjoy the most, sis?
What I enjoy is being able to capture a certain feeling. So like being able to produce, like sometimes I go through it like a lot of people who don't know my story. My mom died of metastatic breast cancer at a young age, at the age of 45. And then my grandmother, who was just my heart and soul because she survived my mom's death. She died of lung cancer. And so I pretty much been nursing my whole life as well.
Yeah.
And I nurse with music. I used to sing to my grandmother all the time. I sing to my patients to this day. If there's a piano, I'll play it. So I've used music to heal a lot of the trauma that I've endured just from losing people, and we got diabetes real bad in our family. I have diabetes currently, so I am just trying to I use music to heal.
Mhm.
So music is just it's a part of me. If I get sad, I start singing.
Mm,
Anybody that knows me knows I'm gonna make up a rap quick. And you got the food is good, I'm rapping about it. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's
So
Simone Bird is
what it is.
watching. She said you're one of the
Hey
best.
Simone,
She said you're one
that's
of
my family right there. If y'all don't know about Bars Up, she is really trying to get this rap battle circuit known. So I think that all of us here in Sacramento need to do a better job of embracing her and pushing the movement because we have so much talent in Sacramento, we just don't stick together, and that's the fundamental problem. Uh, we
Mhm.
we got to give more love here than other places give us because I got a show coming up in South Carolina, 6,000 people. I'm the headliner. I never had that here in Sac, so we
Wow.
got to do better.
Right, right. And that's the last time I saw you was at her bars up a couple years
Yeah,
ago, I think.
I know I
Yeah.
had to hug on you tight. I know you was like, Mother Tree, let me go.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So who was the first artist? I know it was yourself, but who's the first artist that you worked with?
Well, a lot of the artists that I work with were like secondary. Like I work with 40, work with him through Droopy. Um, I mean, I've worked with now I'm thinking about it. I work with a lot of people. I work with Stolly. I was in Miami with a little bit working with Trick and Trina.
Okay.
I was in Atlanta. I did
You
an
telling me about
internship in
that.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. Disturbing the Peace. They
Yeah.
opened the doors to me. They were influential in teaching me
Mhm.
a lot of the things, giving me sounds. Any producers knows those sounds. When
Yeah.
you get them sounds from them people, they hit different because their
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
um, I have a booth here in my house that they taught me about. You know what I mean? It was like, go get you this booth, and the booth, hit for like five to seven racks once you get it customized. But they were like, it's important because they had several of them there. They had these warehouses, right? These brick
Mhm.
warehouses, and
Yeah.
they just had those booths lined up, and they showed me the way, like how they developed artists, and actually, one of my boys, Gerald Keys, he's with Disturbing the Peace right now, and just
Mhm.
like doing it major. So those trips, those internships, like I was young. I only have one daughter, so at that time I didn't have her. I could just bounce around. So, I went to Atlanta for 2 years. Anybody that knows me for long enough know that I disappear for a couple years and come
Yeah.
back just gamed up. But like
Mhm.
I was doing crazy stuff, running to go get weed. I don't smoke or nothing, but the
Mhm.
things you got to do in these internships to just hold your place. You got to be willing to do anything. They say, hey, go out and get cheesecake, like Diddy used to do back in the day. You
Yeah.
going to do it because that's going to equate to having some time on that board
Mhm.
and getting to sit down. So Field Mob, Smoke from Field Mob, he was in there with me, teaching me things. And
I love them. I interviewed Phil
yeah,
Mob and yeah, wow.
so yeah,
Yeah,
very,
it's
very
sacrifice. Like
fortunate.
when you got started doing the producing and stuff like that, who was the very first person like, okay, I'm gonna let you produce my music. I'm gonna give you a chance. Was it somebody local or like, maybe your brother or
Well, my brother, I was more like his teacher. You know what I
oh,
mean?
uh-huh.
So we were that role, but like um I ain't gonna lie. When I was growing up, used to reach out to different people. So
Mhm.
I would reach out heavily. I would send at the time it was Death Row. I would send them a lot of emails like, hey,
Uh,
I'm Compton, you know what I'm saying? Somebody need to open the door. I'm a female,
uh,
I'm here, so I would send a lot of things out there, and I wouldn't necessarily get direct back, but like I would go like when Snoop would be like they would send out these little blasts like he's gonna be here on this street, he's gonna be at this car wash,
mhm,
he's gonna be at the donut shop, they're shooting this there. I would pop up when Kendrick first got started. I would pop up everywhere, you
mhm,
know. I was heavily influenced by Timberland. I was heavily influenced by DJ Battlecat.
mhm,
I was heavily influenced by DJ Quick, which is till this day is my favorite producer. I
mhm,
was influenced by Missy Elliott. I felt like I'm baby Missy Elliott, and then it morphed into I'm the female Dr. Dre. So to this day, they call me the female Dre. Because
okay.
I mean, if I could tell you how many emails, MySpace inbox back in the day, I'm showing my age. I was in Dre inbox. Like, hey, I'm right here. Somebody listen to me. I'm coming. You know what I mean? So I've been heavily influenced by a lot of West Coast stuff. And my grandmother, she moved out here to Sacramento, and
Mhm,
that's how I got here. She got sick after my mom died. And
mhm,
so I stopped what I was doing. I finished up college, but as soon as I graduated, because that was my promise to my mother, I
mhm,
came out here. That's how I came to Sacramento because I don't know. We take care of ours. So, I moved out here and I would have never been in Sacramento, to tell you the truth. Because LA, when I first got here, I was like, man, it's slow. It's boring. Going back and forth to LA every other week. Like, it's boring. It's
yeah,
boring.
yeah, yeah,
And so, yeah, my grandmother, she, as she got older, she used to have a house in Oak Park.
mhm.
And then she moved to, I think they were called Sacramento Apartments over there off Norwood.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh,
So that's where I came, and I used to make beats in the bedroom
mhm,
at the apartments on Norwood, and
uh-huh,
uh then said from Black Market, he heard me making beats, and he came, introduce herself to my grandmother, and that's how I got into the music business over here. But there were several people that showed me love. Emo showed me love. He taught me a lot of things. Was
Mhm.
kind of molding me. Uh, I give big shout outs to Rick Rock because Young Perk was my boy. I was always working with him. His brother Marcel worked at this because when I came here I was like selling mortgage packages and stuff. We all worked at the money store and
Nice.
home ec.
Oh, yeah. Now, when you say, okay, so let's clear it up. When you say Rick Rock, that's Hit Work Studios, right?
Rick Rock beats, yeah, fella,
Hit
I
Work
rock
Studios.
it.
Because
You
remember, there's
feel me?
two Rick Rocks. So,
Yeah,
rest in
yeah.
peace, rest in
Yeah.
peace, Kendrick.
Young Perk. Yeah, rest in peace, Young Perk. Yeah, but that was my boy, and he was the one. This is when hyphy came out. This is when they was making movements, you know what I'm saying? And so I just was like, I still to this day be on Rick Rock Live, be on his line and telling them like, so we've never really officially like hung out or met, but like anytime I post something or anytime I ask a question, he's responsive. Mr. Fab and Unc, they man show me love.
Mhm.
I sometimes I'm in Mr. Fab's inbox early morning, like, hey, what can I do to build my internet presence up? What can I do for the XYZ? And he's always,
Oh, he responds. Stanley
he
responds.
he just
Yeah,
always showed
very
me
much
love.
so.
And Unc, shoot, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everywhere I go, Unc there, whenever I pop up on a show, he's done a commercial for me and my brother for our Write Me One,
Hmm.
our writing company. So it's just like these people show love, and it's been instrumental in my growth.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Now, I don't know if you said it or not. So, how did you come up with the name Money T?
Well, it used to be T Money, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I used to like I've had several music companies, right? So I started this music company. It's called Mo Money Productions because I was Money T. I mean, I was T Money back then.
Uh,
And then we got mixed up with this investor when we were out here in Sacramento, and we kind of got. I learned a lot of things like you have to have your business. You have to have things registered because people will take things from
right.
you. So I learned a hard lesson. He was really interested in us because we had different movement. Like I was actually leaving Cali and going to other places. I went to Japan. I
Mm,
did a run there. I've been to Atlanta so much. I went there for like 3 years and lived.
mm,
Florida with Trick and Trina. A lot of stuff was slip and slide. You know what I mean?
mm.
And he kind of took advantage of me not understanding the music business. Like I knew business, but I didn't understand the music business. So there's a lot of projects and beats out there that have other people's names on them that actually were me.
Wow.
So music has hurt my feelings and it has hurt me so bad, but I just love it so much that I haven't walked away. But I've told myself I'm walking away several times. You know how that is.
Yeah. But those are just lessons learned, and they it helps you elevate to the next level because you know better, you do better because you know better,
Yeah, right,
and
right.
stuff. So, now the first studio that you ever worked at, where was that at?
It was in Long Beach.
Was in Long Beach? Okay.
It was in Long Beach. And there was a studio. My boy Bird. Bird was on the Breakfast Club back in the day.
Hmm.
And so he had a studio in Burbank and they just let me in. You know what I mean? It was like, as long as I don't have a session, you get in that thing. So I was in that thing working. And you know who I saw frequently?
No.
Q made the beats. I would see him in the
Oh,
big studios in LA. And I'd be
uh-huh.
like, boy, because to tell you the story, me and Q had studios right next to each other in Godlike. You remember Godlike where the old Anheuser-Busch, the
Oh, yeah,
Budweiser building
off
was?
of, oh yeah, over here,
Norwood.
oh
Remember
yeah, off of
Norwood?
Main, off of Main, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we had studios next door to each other for the longest time. I want to say at least 4 years.
Uh-huh.
And Q would give me all of his, not give it to me, would sell me all of his old equipment. So like my first Blue Triton, that was
Uh-huh.
Q. He sold it to me for
Uh-huh.
the low.
Uh-huh.
I used to go over there and we would break bread with each other because he always had a microwave and stuff in his studio.
Yeah.
And I mean, those were the days we were grinding. I was sleeping in that studio. I didn't live there, because I had a home,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah.
was sleeping that thing because I was just passionate about, getting the music done and learning how to mix. I actually got my Pro Tool certificate at what is that? American River.
Mm,
So they have $1 million studio over there. I think it was the first one out here in Sac, and so I went there when it first opened up, and really got my certificate and learned how to mix and really understand how to make quality music.
now Q, I think he started with Hitworks too because that I met him through Bugsy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I met him. And I always tell
Okay.
the story. Me and Q laugh about this all the time because I remember Bugsy used to bring Q, and I was interviewing dads, right? And,
Yeah.
and Q,
What up, Jazz?
Q was he was saying the N word, Q, he's from the hood and stuff. And I was like, Daz was looking at me, he saw my face. And I was like, I said, Bugsy, who is that? I said, you can't bring it around no more.
Oh man,
Me
Cruise
and
the
Q laugh, we laugh about that to this day. You know what I mean? I was like, what?
hey,
So I knew him before
Q
he was famous.
Q's the homie, man. When I talk about showing me love, like breaking
Oh yeah,
bread with me,
yeah.
showing me things. He showed me things. Another person was Doe Rock, was very instrumental. Actually, to tell you a story, I used to be a manager at Verizon, and Doe worked for me. He was on my team for a couple days. I'm like, "What are you doing here, man?" He was like, "Man, I gotta eat too." You know what I'm saying? And then we would talk about our names because he said his name had a good like a meaning like my name did,
Mm-hmm.
you know Kylie. So I was like, okay, so we had like deep conversations. And so he was also instrumental. I was very, very, very hurt, when he passed. I was very hurt
Yeah.
by that. Was at his funeral, and was just very, very shook by that.
Man,
I wasn't expecting it.
we turned out at that place. They had a mural. Boy, I was looking at those pictures the other day. Man, Doe
Yeah.
got so much love. Man, down. You went to the one downtown, right? When everybody got together.
No, I went to the actual funeral.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I know I saw a lot of people there. KG was there, Callum KG, shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to actually get up and tell the story because a lot of people didn't know how close me and Doe were. We had those conversations, and we
Yeah.
had our talks in private.
Yeah, he was good people.
So
Very
yeah,
good people.
he taught me a lot. Um, showed me a lot of the things that Chef Raekwon showed him. And that's what I have these relationships with people that where they've actually taught me some stuff. And I try to pay that forward and teach other people that I come in contact with as I grow. But I've been rooted in Sacramento for a long time. It wasn't easy getting in the door here, boy, because I've always been considered an outsider, because I'm always LA. I'm still LA. You feel me? But,
Yeah.
I got love. Sac is definitely my second home because I've been here, like I said, 20 plus of.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I know you said your studio's in is it your house or no?
Yeah, I have a home studio now.
Okay.
I don't really do the outside thing. When the God Life had shut down, there was a lot of Sac's been getting crazy, you know what I mean? It's been
Tell
getting
me
real
about it.
crazy. So,
Yeah.
I gotta stay low key. Cause
Yeah.
I didn't leave LA to die here. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Now, you talked about well, let me ask you this question. Your first time hitting the stage, how did it feel? And where was it?
I felt amazing. It was in Chicago at the Taste.
Really?
Yeah, man. You could
Were you
tell me
nervous at
nothing.
first?
Man, I was so nervous. My voice was cracking. I,
Oh my
I
goodness.
lost, I forgot my words, but shoot, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Oh
Tell
my.
me nothing.
About how many
Yeah.
people were there?
It was a lot of people because it wasn't actually like a show for me. I
Uh,
just, I believe in closed mouths don't get fed. So I'm always like, hey, yeah, I got my show set. Let
uh,
me get on. They're like, okay. I'm like, okay, here we go. I
oh,
wasn't ready. I wasn't
oh,
ready.
yeah. Man, but that first step, right? Now you
Yeah.
talked about one where you said you had like what six, what you say 6,000, what,
Yeah,
6,000?
that one's coming. That one's coming up. This is gonna be my biggest show. We're going to Lydia, South Carolina on October 31st. I don't know if I told you this, but I got into Southern Soul. One of my nurse friends, she's from Alabama. She said, you're so dope at music. I bet you can make some Southern Soul beats. And when
Yeah,
I started, I was like Southern Soul, like Anthony Hamilton, because you know I love, I love me some Anthony Hamilton. You know, I done seen you
he's
at
so
those shows, so
sweet. He is
you
so
know
sweet. Have
how
you
I
ever met
feel.
him?
I met him, but not like you did. Just really like, hey, I
Girl,
love your
I tell
music.
you.
Give me a hug.
Yeah. I remember they called me at midnight to his manager. He said, "You still coming?" I said, "Heck yeah, I'm still coming." I was like, I was not missing that interview with Anthony Hamilton. Now let me tell you, you said Alabama. Is that where?
Well, no,
Oh, no.
my nursery friend, she's from Alabama, and she
Okay.
introduced me to Southern Soul. So when
Gotcha.
she said, "You know what Southern Soul is?" I'm like, Anthony Hamilton. She's like, "No, it's deeper
No,
than
that's
that. Like
Sir Charles and FJ.
King George
Yes,
and Maya
girl.
B and all that." But I went into the lab and we got to cooking. And right now I have an EP that's coming out that has some of the heavy hitters. It has, it has Maya
You had
B.
FPJ, FBJ?
Now it has Maya B, has Jamie Evans, has
Oh
Jeter
my,
Jones. Jeter Jones. He's the king. He's the
oh
king of
my
Southern Soul
God.
now. He was just out here in Sac in August, so I got him on the joint.
Wait a
We
minute, you
got
got
Tony.
Maya. Wait a minute, you got Maya B?
I got Maya B right now, and actually the church guitar player DL, he played the live. So I
Yes.
came with the California peeps on the Southern
What?
Soul, and we are killing it right now. My
Oh my.
single Country Things, it just dropped on August 30th with Jamie Evans. We doing big numbers. It's
Yeah.
just, man, they showing me love out there.
If you
Southern
ever,
Soul.
if you ever in front of FBJ, you FaceTime me because
Okay.
I'm such a big fan. I listen to his music and Big Mel and all
Okay,
that.
Big Mel. I don't know FPJ, but
Oh,
I
he's the one
definitely
that does
I know his music though.
yeah.
I just haven't met him personally.
Yeah, if you go, I'm pretty sure if you go, yeah, but yeah, he's big. And that's why I don't understand, like, when we go to, like, I go to the Black Cowboy events and stuff,
Oh, it's so
to me, they
different,
should
right?
have people like that performing here. But they got,
They show love, like they show it's crazy. It's like 6,000 people. Wow, and I'm out here. You know
yeah.
what I mean? I'm like, wow. They show love, man. They show love, and he got him. He's my step coordinator. He's dancing with me in South Carolina, and
Wait, who is?
baby, he
Who?
got him.
I gotta look him up.
You know him? He performed at Bars Up. He used to be a Jabberwocky. He
Oh,
got him.
did
He's
he?
from Sacramento.
Oh, I'll be meeting so many people since, I just, yeah, I gotta look him up and stuff. But no,
No, you know him. He has dreads, and he's the one that was dancing at Simone's events.
oh, I think now when we say like the dreads and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
he recently performed at the Yoshi show Mac Mall had.
Oh, okay. I didn't go to that one, but okay, cool. Man, but no, that's good stuff right there. People are really sleeping on that Southern soul, and everything. So, now, what do you feel? I know you touched on it a little bit and stuff, but we've been in this game a long time. What do you feel is missing in the music industry today?
What's missing is unity, man. Nobody wants to help the next person get up. Everybody feels like they want to be it. It's their moment, and it's truly all about collaboration. It takes a team effort to make it. I mean, do you see sports teams being successful without the teamwork? I can't do it. I have a team behind me. My brother Callie Creole is my writing partner. My wife is my manager. So many people involved in my team. I have a marketing team. I have there's people involved. So the machine that you see as Money T is not me by myself. I can't take credit for that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Guan, I am Jamaican, right? So I do a lot of things,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't be as successful. And a lot of you guys can measure, you guys only see some of the success, but I've been on Target commercials. I do voiceovers from the house. I have several placements on Netflix,
Mhm.
MTV Jams, the Power series. So I'm working and I actually get checks from music.
See, that's
That's from knowing
awesome.
the music business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People like Raspy and Goldie, they're all instrumental because they are, even though they're not officially on my team, they are a part of my team. I go to
Mhm.
Goldie a lot, like, hey, I
Mhm.
don't understand this. Let me get in the studio. Give me a template. We have these conversations all the time. So
Yeah.
it's like we are working as a team, and you will not get successful without one. Mozzie has a team, you
Mhm.
know, all the people that you've seen. become successful, it's about teamwork. It's a machine. I mean, you have to hit it at all angles. You have to stay engaged on social media. You have to put out quality music. Because I
Mhm.
mean, it's some quality music being put out, and it requires investment of your time, investment of your money. It's just like some people like, I'm gonna quit my job to do music. I'm like, bruh, that's the worst thing you could do. You better
Right.
keep that job because it costs a lot of money to do music.
Mhm.
You know, you keep it until till the music is paying you.
Yeah.
But I think that especially here in Sacramento, there's so much talent, but everybody wants to be the chief. I don't know. I don't want to sound. I know that's outdated, right? Everybody wants to be the person on
Yeah.
the front line, and nobody wants to work in the back lines. Like I've had a lot of people that come through my team, and they think like I can go to the next team and I can show out and do better. But the thing is if you're not loyal, you're not really to put in the work on the team, you won't do better on the next team either. You know what I
Real
mean?
talk. That's real talk, you know. Um, yeah, I agree. Unity is most definitely, needed out here. It's, coming from, where I started and stuff, it seemed, and now you got all this, the internet. Like,
Right.
look, like I was telling you, I don't ain't gotta carry the camera equipment anymore. Just send a Zoom link and go live on Facebook, right? But
Yeah.
people are making low quality videos from their phones and stuff. See, back in days, you had Black Market AWOL and stuff that was still spending money on their artists and doing quality videos and
Right.
spending money on promotions, sending them out to the video shows, getting them on radio, and stuff like that. And I remember you remember back in the days, people was trying to get on the bomb. They was trying to get on
Oh yeah.
102.5. They
You
would
remember
go up there.
Demetrius? Demetrius
Oh, the specialist.
specialist.
I
Blue Lamp.
Yeah,
What was it? Blue Lamp. There was a club right there off Bradshaw, Silk 1 and 2.
I
You
think
know
so.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We going back years now.
Yeah.
Pondo, emo,
But
Doughy
you had to
Rock.
put in work. You had to put in work back then. You really had to put in work. You had to get Shadow had the van wrapped. We was, young Miko. You
Yeah,
used to plaster everything all over. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that
yeah,
stuff. And nowadays because of the internet, they're kind of lazy. They think,
yeah.
and they're
It's like,
not networking, and it takes away the networking.
yeah, it's like you have to like. I'm getting ready to take all my music off of Spotify and Apple. I'm getting ready to go to direct to consumer because it was like the amount of money that I used to touch back in the day from production to everything. It's nothing. Spotify doesn't pay me anything. No, I mean it's crumbs and pennies. It's like I'm paying them to have
Um,
people listen to my music for free. I want to get back to where I'm connecting, and so I know it's not CDs anymore. So now it's just these little cards, these little USB things
mm,
that look like tapes that you just given. It's tangible. I
mm,
want people to have tangible things. So I buy a lot of t-shirts. I'm pressing a lot of t-shirts, hundreds of them, and I just give them away. I want people to remember I gave you this and just listen to my music, just rock with me and vibe. So
mm.
I'm getting back to that. I'm getting ready to do direct to consumer, especially on this Southern Soul stuff, because I'm connecting with a lot of artists.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carla Fleming. I mean, she has been
Oh
rocking with
man,
me for more than
I'm
17
so mad I
years.
didn't go to her play. I was planning on
Oh,
going. Oh man,
I didn't
I
make
missed
this
it.
last one. I think it's chicken and biscuits. But
Yeah, it's
man,
over.
she did the fences. She did. I mean, she's an amazing human being. She's an amazing human being, and I call her sister
Mhm.
because I got so much love for her. She actually has given me vocal lessons. She's been like Money T been out here singing now, Alita. I've
What?
been out here singing now.
Oh, we're gonna be. Uh-oh, we're gonna may have to get a little taste.
Yeah, we've been doing a little something. I'm just trying to I've always wanted to sing. I
Mhm.
just was like, man, it's gotta be right. So I just been practicing and
What does wifey say about it?
oh, she's my manager.
She
She
likes she
works
like
at
she likes to sing?
oh, she my biggest fan. She used to work at Live Nation for like
Yeah, I
14
remember.
years.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's very, very, very in tune. She's a good manager to have because she said no to a lot of things I say yes to.
See, I
She
was
said,
about to
nah, mm-mm,
I was
we're not
I,
doing that.
is she right there?
She just went in it. She
Oh,
was she was passing by, say, "Hey."
I was
I'm like,
gonna I was gonna say put on the camera because I was gonna ask her, so how difficult is Buddy T? You know,
"Oh yeah." She would
sometimes
tell
y'all
you.
artists, y'all be like, you the manager
She
be
would
like,
tell you. She would tell you very much so. There's a couple people where, like, Simone knows me. She knows how it works. Cali Creole, which is my brother, he knows me.
yes, I
Shout
know
out to him.
him.
He got a hot single coming out.
Uh-huh,
Ordinarily had just dropped. And then he has Upkeep coming out. And boy, Prop the producer helped us on the mix.
uh-huh.
And yeah,
Oh, Prophet, yeah. Man, Callie should have jumped on this interview too.
he's working. Yeah,
Oh, he's
he's
working?
working. Mhm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I wanted to bring him on.
yeah, I'm gonna have to schedule something with him, well,
Oh
with
yeah,
both you guys again, you know,
yeah.
and stuff. Um, okay, so man, I got questions and stuff, but we kind of answered a lot of them. What, what do you think being a female producer and everything, is that a big challenge to you? Because, you got all these male producers. There's not many female producers out there.
It was challenging for me, and if I'm just being fully transparent, with my sexuality, it's been tough.
Mhm.
I got a lot of backlash. Oh, you want to be this? Are you trying to be that? No, it's really just a love for the music. I don't care about what you doing.
Right.
You should really care about what I'm doing. Only
Mhm.
God can judge us, right?
Right. Right.
So it's for me, it's been a double-edged sword. So not just the female thing, but also the guys like, oh, you out here trying to be a dude. I'm like, ah, man, come on,
Mhm. Did
you know.
they say that because your beat was a little bit better than theirs?
They said it because, I believe behind everything that a strong man does, there's a female behind it. And so I am that. You feel me? So when you're coming up against me, just know if you back to study, and
Mhm.
I'm going to put in the work, and you're going to see some improvement, and I'm coming. And
Yeah.
so that's what a lot of it is that my beats are pretty good. You know what I mean? When I
Mhm.
put out a song, they call me the female Dre. So it's not just going to be average. We
Mhm.
going in there, we tweaking some stuff. We saying, no, that ain't it. We ain't putting it out yet. We going back. We investing money to get it done. If I can't get it done, I'm going to pay somebody who's a little bit greater and has more knowledge than me to get it done. So it's just all of that and being humble enough to say, hey, I can't get it. Like when I reached out to DL, the guitar player, I'm like, I don't play guitar, but I got this in my head. So I want to boom, boom, boom. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want
Yeah.
it like this. I'm hands on. And I learned that from watching Rick Rock,
Mhm.
very hands on. I remember when he did that project with Snoop, and he got what's his name? He lives out here. That one's like the I Want to Thank Me, and then Mark Knox.
Oh, yeah.
I remember he like was just like saying the beat with his mouth. I wanted to doom, 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 and Mark was able to do it. Shout out to Chris Styles, all the people that
Yes.
came up
Yes.
with me that are just there. Chris Styles is so dope. I mean, so dope, and I feel like people just don't know. But the boy been raw since he was a little something. I know you used to see us at the studio over at 65th.
But I met Chris Styles when I was working with the artist named Iris, and somebody had brought Chris Styles. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you Well,
Yeah,
Chris
that's
Styles,
when he was just
and
beginning.
yeah, he's Bobby's nephew, Bobby G's nephew.
Mhm.
Um, he has worked with Karen White. He's the reason I got to know him and Jay Ali. Shout out to Jay Ali because Jay
Yeah.
Ali was actually in that bad deal with me.
Oh, what?
When I lost my company MMP, he was
Uh-huh.
right there. We were actually going to do a reality TV show. Nobody knew about it. It was going to be called There Goes the Neighborhood.
Mhm.
The investor had put us up in a house, so me and Jay Ali actually lived together for about 6 months trying to embark on this reality TV situation. It just went south. But
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out to JL Lee, who is actually Club Nouveau right now, touring and doing
man,
his thing.
I'm so proud of him
Mhm.
because if a lot of you guys don't know the backstory, the Eve show, all of the work, and he has an amazing voice. You would just think it comes easy. No,
He really
it's
does.
hard.
Yeah.
And so he has been literally in the trenches. When I say we lived in the same house, getting mic'd up for reality TV show, drama, me leaving, like, ah man, forget
Oh,
this. Ain't
yeah.
nobody owning me. I'm out.
Uh,
We did it. That was me and Jay. No, the true story.
yeah, I love Jay Ali. Now, so what do you have current? Okay, so you got the thing going where you're gonna have, the big,
Yeah.
big performance. What else right now is, Money T doing?
Well, I'm working on a biopic. It's called City Life.
Okay.
And my boy Marquette out in LA, Jams 155.
Hmm.
He's gonna come direct it and shoot it. And so we are doing a biopic, a short film based off of my story growing up in Compton. It's gonna be like a combination of a Boys in the Hood meets Hustle and Flow. Just a story of a young girl that just wants to do music in one of the toughest cities where gang violence is trying to pull you in,
Hmm.
and you're just trying to do the right thing. And the story is about a cousin in Louisiana saying, "Hey, get out the city, come out here." So that's hence the song "Country Things." It's
Okay.
so it's all gonna tie in, and I'm so proud. I never done anything like this before,
Oh,
so
man.
I'm excited and happy. I got a
Wow.
lot of my folks that are getting their debuts and acting in this. But we trying to make it. We don't want it to be quality. We want it to be. We want it to be something that people will be proud of. So
Are you gonna
look
film
for.
out there?
We filming majority in Sacramento, but we're filming in LA. To show, in Compton, we're going out there to show how it was like. But I've been out here in Sacramento for over 25 years, so we're shooting a
Yeah.
lot of it here.
Mhm.
Um, and then we're shooting in in the South to bring it all together. But yeah, you guys stay tuned for that. We already got some teasers out, some voiceover teasers. I'm narrating the whole thing, so
Mhm.
you'll hear my voice through it. I actually play current day myself
Okay.
in the short film. So we're trying to get to Sundance and trying to get them to play it at the Tower and just trying to get some movement on it. So you will see that in 2026 for sure.
Wow.
It's called City Life.
So that, man, all this city stuff. Bueno's got City of Trees. What is Brent? Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are,
that's
doing,
why I said there's so much talent
yeah.
right here in Sacramento.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out my writing company. So my brother and I have a writing company. It's called Write Me One. So if you are someone needs a hit song, hit us up and let us write you one. Cause we got that sauce,
Right. Now, do you have a website? Like, what if people have to do that? Like, man, I want a Money TV or I want a song. Is there like a website
baby.
or
Yeah, we
something
have a
that they have to
website.
go through?
Yeah, so for the songwriting, you can go to writemeone.com. It's just like it's spelled WRITEMEONE, writemeone.com.
Hmm.
And then for our music, my music company, as you can see in the background, is Dirty Royalty. So the website is DIR and then TEE, like my name, and
Hmm.
then royalty spelled out traditional, and
Hmm.
then MG, like for musicgroup.com. So dirtyroyaltymg.com. And that's where you can go. Get me for some beats. If you want to hear our catalog, you want to buy a shirt. If you want to just, join the movement, come to my house. That's my house. That's where you could
Yeah.
get up close and personal with, my brother or me. We're both individual artists, and then we come together as lyrical minds. We had the number one Christmas album for 2023. So yeah, it's called
Yeah.
1225. Go check that thing out, man. That thing is pretty powerful. My
Oh,
wife loves music and she says that she's like it's gonna go down in history. Because it doesn't sound like you could play it any month of the year and vibe to it. But it's really
wow.
all Christmas joints.
Wow. Now, is there any artists that you have not worked with that you really, really would love to work with?
Oh man, yeah. So I want to work with Usher. Usher was instrumental when I was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So his dancers, we worked with one of his dancers, Smoke, at that time,
Mhm.
and we were young, and he was out there giving me and my brother, and my brother was in a group at that time called OCD with Bo
Mhm.
Baker, and they showed us love. I mean, they taught us, they
Mhm.
just taught us a lot about. you know, how much goes into performance and getting a show ready. It's not just like they grinding for that. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
Like right now, me and Heat are auditioning. I mean, we're practicing
mm,
Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays to get ready for this show in South Carolina. So it's
mhm,
like I just got off the phone with him before I got on this. I'm like, "Hey, we on for tomorrow?" And tomorrow's Thursday. He's like, "Yeah, because we got to get it right." Because I'm like, "We coming out there, and like I'm coming. I stay in Cali. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So we going to the country where they
Ah,
line dance and they be hitting it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So we
wow.
got the country things dance right now. So y'all learn it too. And there's so many people going to South Carolina, man. The love is real. A lot of people from SAC going to South Carolina, and
Mhm,
that's what we have to do. We can't just show up. Sometimes, the biggest thing, if you know somebody that does music and they're creative, support.
right.
If they selling shows, if their show has a ticket, if they're selling shirts, if they have a CD or like support, like nobody supports. I just think that support is key. So that's why, like, if somebody has like Calvin KG, when he
Yeah.
Mr. G, when
Mhm,
he released his CD, I bought him.
mhm. I know,
You know,
I know,
Max 17 when he got shirts and he's selling CDs, I buy him
yeah, well,
because that's
KG
how
gave
you
me
that's how
he
you
gave me a
support.
CD. He gave me a CD at the Bars Up. I go, "What is this?"
Yeah,
You know? But
yeah.
I would give him his props and stuff, because he's still doing it, you know? Sis, I really this interview, I just thank you for it because I just appreciate you. I love you, I just learned so much. You're so motivational, you know?
Oh, appreciate that, man.
Yeah, and you done more than what people really, really think. And I hope y'all taking notes. You know what I mean? Like if you got this is what being money T, if you look up in the dictionary, success, money T, because she's a hard worker, If I hope you guys got that. She didn't sit on her ass, you know.
Nah, man.
She's producing. She does voiceovers. She's networking with not with just California, all over. You know what I mean? And it's just like if she wasn't honestly, and this just came to my head, God, you know what I mean? It's like if you were to do a workshop, man, that'd be like I would charge like if I was you like 5 grand, 20 grand. It's like a 20 grand with her knowledge. You know what I mean? How
Thank you.
she got burnt in the industry, how she got started, how she's doing voiceovers, how's the music producing, now singing. You know what I mean? It's like you guys really need to like look at this again, you know what I mean? And get the motivation, from her,
Mm,
because
appreciate it.
I got motivated and
Well,
everything.
I got to give a shout out to Katie McGee. Katie McGee's
Yes,
been rocking with us for a long time. When
yes.
my brother and I were doing shows at the Blue Lamp, because we used to do these strip shows. We used to bring the strippers from the male strippers from LA,
Mm,
and we would sell
I
that Blue
missed that
Lamp
one.
out. And Katie was covering us at that time, and then she just skyrocketed and did her own thing and blew up. So she's always been instrumental, and I feel like a lot of people don't return the love. And
Mm-mm.
quiet as kept, I'm trying to get her out to South Carolina. We're trying to make that happen to where we pay for it. So we're working on that to get her
Take my
out
sis
there.
out there. Yeah.
Because whatever shot I get, I want to extend it to all those who have been rocking with me.
Hmm.
Because I know that that's how it works. Like if you're a dancer and you made it out of SAC and you know other dancers who they got it, take them with you. Why not? You know.
Right, right, right.
So shout out to Katie McGee.
Oh,
Shout
yes.
out to Hennessy. Shout out to Mac
Mhm.
Mall. Shout out to Simone Bird. Shout
Mhm.
out to all the people that actually put the people in position that they know from right here to win.
And going
And
back to
shout
what
out
you
to you, man, because you've been putting me in position for so long. It's been a beautiful thing. Shout out to you, Miss Alita.
thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're right. People gotta support. I just hate going to events and there's no support, you know.
Yeah.
But also, SAT got to start doing things on the same damn day. We ain't clones. You know what I mean? It's just like I
Man,
just feel like there's too many. Sometimes there's too many stuff happening. I just had KD. KD.
yeah,
And I forgot about him having the SAT music group. You know what I mean? And all that stuff back
yeah,
in the day. Now he got Tree Boy clothing and everything, but
right,
but it's just having you know I thought I forgot I was going with that, but it's just everybody getting together, and I was telling him the same thing. That's what I was gonna say. Too much stuff happened on the same day and everything,
yeah,
but we just got to learn how to support. No matter what your status is, it doesn't matter. Some people call me OG legend and stuff, but I tried to make events and stuff. I'm getting
yeah,
old, so, some things I can, I just be like, oh, I get home, it's like, oh, I'm tired,
right, right, right,
you know,
man,
but I do try, and now with the social media, it's a whole different ballgame. I try to share as much. If I see you guys and stuff, I try to share it,
yeah. And
you
you always pull up. That's the thing. It's like, no, we're not in competition with each other.
know. Mhm.
None of that matters. There's enough when we get it together and just think about it. I think about the way that other people live, right? So let me break it down this way.
Mhm.
My Hispanic partners, they will go buy a house and everybody will move into that house and they will put their money together to get the next relative the next house. Then they'll move out and in that house they'll do the same thing
Mhm.
until everybody has a house.
Mhm.
We don't do that, man.
Mhm.
And if we did that, we would be so much further.
I just posted on Facebook that, Howe Avenue, there's so many empty buildings. I was like, who wants to try to, see what they could take to
Yeah.
get into those buildings? You know what I mean?
Let's compound some stuff. Like, how great would we be?
Yeah, you got Jack in the Box, you got Twin Peaks, you got was
Man,
Cracker Barrel, you got Walgreens, all those empty buildings on how, and they just like really just sitting there, and
just then.
you know what I mean?
I
It is
mean, if
like,
somebody went there with just a reasonable offer, I'm sure something can happen. But the thing is, like, oh, is gonna be our building? It ain't gonna be mine. Well, you can't get it by yourself.
no, yeah, yeah, no. And I got the business funding. Not only do I do real estate, I got the business funding, but I could post all day that stuff and nobody takes advantage of it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it's like we can't force you. Just like that's all else I was gonna say. When people come to you that want you to produce and stuff, what is do you have rules?
I have rules, and that's why I don't get to work with that many people in SAC, man, because it's just like, you know, you have to value my time. People like, oh, I'm on CPT. No, I don't play CPT over here. People call me Joe Jackson. It's kind of messed up, but it's real.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna sit here and tell you it sound good if it don't.
He
I
made this
mean,
boy successful, didn't
yeah, yeah. I mean, Ricardo, he was on The Voice.
he? Mm,
We wrote that after us for him. My brother and I
mm,
wrote that,
mm,
and it's like when people get in here with me, they're like they feel it because it's tough, right? But when we're done, we have something that all of us are like, wow, that sounds pretty damn good, like something that we're proud of. I'm not doing it for play.
mm,
We're all passionate about it.
mm.
But if you don't do it for real, it's just a hobby.
Right.
And like I tell them, music is 90% business. 10% is the stuff you love. 90% is
Mhm.
business.
Yeah. So show up on time, be
Got to
serious,
show up on time, value my time,
and
and I'm
pay,
going in
and
it.
have the
Nobody
money
has to nobody has to remind me to get in the studio. I'm in the studio every day. Either I'm making a beat or I'm writing a song. One a day. I
pay.
don't have to complete it now, but one a day. No matter if I work the 12-hour shift or not. It's one a day.
Wow. Wow. Well, is there anything else you like people to know? I know we covered a lot.
Yeah,
I
man.
think I got a lot out of it.
Yeah, you did, man. I'm so grateful, yo. If you guys want to get to know Money T, I am out here on these social medias. So on Instagram, it's Money T the Truth or Money T Beats. On Facebook, it's T Car. TikTok, it's Money T Beats. I'm always down to collab. I do a lot of things, man. I am Jamaican, so you know what they say about Jamaicans. I got 12 jobs. That's really true. That's really true.
I must be Jamaican. No, I found out I did an ancestor. I'm
I
Nigerian.
think you got a little in you. But I have many jobs, so like anything that's involved with music, like I invest. I have several video cameras. Like I we can get out there and work, man, because it's all about it's about social media presence. So you gotta if you're doing music, you gotta know how to operate a camera because you have to have content.
Mhm,
So it's just about content. And I've learned that when you teach people stuff, so when I get in here and I'm making a beat and I just make a video showing somebody how to do something, those are the people that rock with me. I teach them something and they rock with me. And I'm just rocking, man. I'm gonna do this music till the day I die, but I understand it's a business. So if I gotta get in the booth and do a voiceover to get a few $1,000s, I'll tell you, the pandemic taught me a lot. It taught me that all these things that I've been investing in are fruitful when you don't have any other option,
mhm. Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah, I really appreciate you. Keep doing it, Miss Alita. And I don't think people know what type of resource you are with the real estate, and they ain't caught on yet, but I know.
Yeah. The right ones will catch on that we all gonna eat, you know,
Yeah,
and and give back. That's one thing that people don't really realize, when I do the real estate and stuff, I give back and stuff,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And people, and I just want to see, more, people, not only the music, when I post about those buildings, that was not just like, for music. If you want to open up, get creative. Do
right.
something that's, like, just think of something, just start, let's find out how we could go in and lease those buildings and stuff. But, they'd rather have other people come in and, and then they get mad.
No, it's all about shoes and jewelry and keeping up with the Joneses. Nah. And you have to be okay with taking a loss. You might get a building that might not work out.
Hmm.
That's okay. You
Yeah.
tried it and now you have a blueprint of what
Hmm.
works and what doesn't for you.
Hmm.
And you know how many buildings we done had? You know how many
Right.
studios? You know how booths you know how many booths we done built? I feel like I'm a builder now. We done built some booths, bro. Yeah,
Right.
we done lost some things, but that's okay. That's how
Helps you
you get
elevate.
to where you're trying to go.
Hmm.
Everybody's so set in like, oh, I ain't even gonna try till I could get. Nah, man. You gotta take what you got right now. You gotta invest it. You gotta try, because one of these times something's gonna stick.
Hmm.
But you
Exactly.
won't get there if you don't try, man. So shout
Yeah.
out to you. Shout out to you for all that you do because you've been doing this here for a long time.
Yes.
So shout out. I'm honored to I when you reached out, I was honored. And I don't get my flowers that much, but
Oh, you
that's
deserve
okay.
them.
We
You
still
deserve them.
grinding. We still grinding.
And
But
wifey
thank
deserves hers too, because that's how many years of marriage is that? Or
we going on 13 of them, but yeah, but that's my best friend. That's my
yeah,
manager.
you know what I mean?
Um,
That's-
she know how to tell me when I ain't right. You know what I mean? She keep me on my stuff. So yeah, she's
Yeah.
heavily invested in the music. She's connected.
Mhm.
She keeps me on my p's and q's. So yeah, and she don't even tell me about y'all stories and stuff. You, her, and Boo Boo. So she been telling me the stories, and I
Yeah.
was just like, man, it's great. Like, keep
Yeah.
doing you, man. We appreciate you. We need you, and you are valuable, and just I'm so grateful.
No, thank you, sis. Like I said, I love you and I appreciate you and stuff. Okay. All
All right, I
right,
love
you
you too.
guys, money tea.
Hey, the proof and everything, as my boy He Got It would say. You guys have a good one. Be
All right.
blessed.
All right. Thank you, sis. All right. See you
All
later. Have
right,
a good night.
you too.